Dear students, welcome to the today's chemistry class. We are discussing some P block elements. In the last class we discussed some important compounds of carbon. So that is oxides of carbon. We discussed carbon monoxide as important compound of carbon. So in this class, let us discuss another important oxide of carbon, that is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, CO2. Carbon mainly forms two types of oxides. First one is carbon monoxide. We discussed yesterday the preparation of carbon monoxide and its properties and poisonous nature of carbon monoxide. So in this class, let us discuss another important oxide of carbon, that is carbon dioxide, CO2. So here carbon dioxide is prepared. So that is preparation of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is prepared by the complete oxidation of carbon and carbon containing fuels in the presence of excess of air or oxygen. So that is in the presence of excess of air or oxygen, carbon and carbon containing fuels undergo complete combustion takes place to form carbon dioxide. So let us say carbon in the presence of excess of oxygen, complete oxidation takes place, complete burning of carbon takes place in the presence of excess of oxygen or air to form carbon dioxide gas. And carbon fuels like methane on complete combustion in the presence of excess of oxygen to form carbon dioxide gas plus 2H2O. So here carbon dioxide is prepared by the complete combustion of carbon and carbon fuels in the presence of excess of oxygen or air. So that is carbon dioxide is prepared by the complete combustion of carbon and carbon fuels in the presence of excess of air or oxygen. So C plus O2, CO2, here carbon undergo complete combustion takes place to liberate carbon dioxide gas, and fuels like methane, ethane, propane, butane. So like this carbon fuels undergo complete combustion in presence of excess of air or oxygen to liberate excess amount of carbon dioxide. In the laboratory, small scale of carbon dioxide is prepared by the reaction of calcium carbonate with dilute HCl. So that is a laboratory method of preparation. So the first one is general method of preparation of carbon dioxide. Second method is laboratory method of preparation of carbon dioxide. In the chemistry laboratory, one can prepare small quantities, small volumes of carbon dioxide by the reaction of calcium carbonate with dilute acids like dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid. So in the laboratory, reaction of calcium carbonate with dilute acids. So that is in a small quantities in the chemistry laboratory, one can prepare carbon dioxide by the reaction of limestone. Limestone is nothing but calcium carbonate. So this calcium carbonate, when treated with dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid, so to form carbon dioxide, CO2 plus CaCl2 plus H2O. So carbon dioxide gas is prepared in the laboratory in small scales by the reaction of calcium carbonate with dilute acids like dilute HCl, hydrochloric acid, and dilute sulfuric acid. And once again, this carbon dioxide is prepared commercially by the heating or decomposition of limestone. So it is commercial method. Commercial method. Commercial method of preparation of carbon dioxide. So in the large scales, in the industries, large scales or large volumes of carbon dioxide can be prepared just by the decomposition of limestone. Limestone is nothing but calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate on heating. Calcium carbonate on heating, it decomposes. It decomposes to form quicklime calcium oxide plus with the liberation of excess of carbon dioxide. Large scales of carbon dioxide can be prepared by the decomposition of calcium carbonate. And if we come to the properties of carbon dioxide, see, it is a colorless. It is a colorless and odorless gas. Colorless, odorless gas. Carbon dioxide is a colorless and odorless gas. And second one is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when reacts with water, carbon dioxide, when dissolves in water to form a weak dibasic acid called as carbonic acid, H2CO3. So that is carbon dioxide when dissolved in water to form H2CO3 is called as carbonic acid. It is a weak dibasic acid. So carbon dioxide reacts with water to form carbonic acid, and carbonic acid H2CO3 is a weak dibasic acid. And this carbonic acid is a dibasic acid. Why do we call carbonic acid as a dibasic acid? Means because it undergo dissociation takes place in two steps. That is H2CO3, carbonic acid dissociates in two steps. Carbonic acid H2CO3 is called as weak dibasic acid because its dissociation is not takes place in one step, but dissociation takes place in two steps. In first step, H2CO3, carbonic acid, when dropped into water, it forms H3O plus HCO3 minus. So that is carbonic acid when added to water in first step it dissociates to form H3O plus. H3O plus is called as hydronium ion. Hydronium ion is nothing but hydrated hydrogen ion. Hydrated hydrogen ion is nothing but H3O plus is nothing but H plus into water. H plus into what? H3O plus is nothing but hydrated hydrogen ion. So that carbonic acid in first step when dropped into water to form hydronium ion plus HCO3 minus bicarbonate ion antivi illa hydrogen carbonate ion. So next further bicarbonate ion in second step HCO3 minus further interact with water HCO3 minus plus water to form CO3 2 minus carbonate ion plus H3O plus ion. So hence carbonic acid is called as a dibasic weak acid, a weak dibasic acid. And what's it here? A mixture of carbonic acid H2CO3 and HCO3 minus is called as a buffer solution. Buffer solution. H2CO3 carbonic acid H2CO3 and HCO3 minus mixture is called as buffer solution, which plays a very important role in the hospitals because which maintains the pH of the blood between 7.26 to the 7.42. So that is pH of blood is maintained between 7.26 to the 7.42. So pH of the blood to maintain the pH of the blood, buffer solution can be used. Buffer solution is nothing but the solution which resists the change in pH on addition of a small quantity of an acid or a base. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಪಿ ಎಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಫರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದಿ ಪಿ ಎಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 7.26 to the 7.42, buffer solution can be used. That buffer solution is H2CO3 and HCO3 minus mixture. And once again, another property of carbon dioxide is in the atmospheric air. So in atmospheric air, carbon dioxide is present to the extent of 0.03% by volume. That is in atmospheric air. In atmospheric air, CO2 is present in 0.03% by volume. So that is in atmospheric air, carbon dioxide percentage is 0.03% by volume. And this carbon dioxide actually non-poisonous. It is poisonous gas alla. But due to the but due to the increase in the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere brings a greenhouse effect which increases the temperature of the atmosphere. That is, in atmospheric air, carbon dioxide is present to the extent of 0.03% by volume. But this 0.03% of carbon dioxide is removed by green plants by photosynthesis. Green plants uses carbon dioxide by means of the sunlight and also a green pigment called as chlorophyll. That green plants during photosynthesis process they remove carbon dioxide and they synthesize glucose and thereby release oxygen gas. That is, in atmospheric air, carbon dioxide is present to the extent of 0.03% by volume. Full stop. It is removed by green plants during photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll pigment. That is 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. So glucose is synthesized and by the release of oxygen. So here sunlight and chlorophyll are responsible. So it is in the atmospheric air, carbon dioxide is present to the extent of only 0.03%. That 0.03% of carbon dioxide is removed by green plants during photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place in the presence of sunlight and the green pigment called as chlorophyll. So carbon dioxide reacts with the water molecule to form glucose and releases oxygen gas. Increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere causes greenhouse effect, which increases temperature of the earth. So increase in the percentage of carbon dioxide in air is responsible for greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect, which increases temperature of atmosphere or earth. So that is increase in the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is responsible for greenhouse effect, which further increases the temperature of earth surface or atmosphere. Earth surface. properties of carbon dioxide. See, once again, carbon dioxide has certain uses also. Uses of carbon dioxide. Uses of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, even though it is a gas, it also exists in solid form. The solid carbon dioxide is called as a dry ice. So it is solid carbon dioxide is called as dry ice. Dry ice. So dry ice is nothing but frozen carbon dioxide. Freeze ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ carbon dioxide ನಾವು dry ice ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This solid carbon dioxide or dry ice can be used in ice creams. So that means in the refrigerant, solid carbon dioxide is used as a refrigerant for storing the ice creams. So the first use of carbon dioxide is solid carbon dioxide is called as dry ice, which is used as refrigerant for ice creams. So the frozen carbon dioxide is called as dry ice. In the form of dry ice, carbon dioxide is used as a refrigerant for preserving or storing the ice creams. And carbon dioxide is used as a fire extinguisher. Carbon dioxide extinguishes the fire. Carbon dioxide is used as a fire extinguisher. So carbon dioxide is used as a fire extinguisher. And once again, carbon dioxide, CO2 gas, is used for the manufacturing of soft drinks or cool drinks. Carbon dioxide is dissolved in the sugar water at very high pressure, so that the soda water and soft drinks can be manufactured by dissolving carbon dioxide in the sugar solution at very high pressure. So CO2 is used for the preparation of soda water and soft drinks. So like this, carbon dioxide is also very useful. Carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are the important oxides of carbon. Okay, next, come to the important compounds of silicon. Important compounds of silicon. Silicon, even though it is a non-metal, once again it forms many important compounds. Those compounds play a very important role in day-to-day life. So silicon mainly forms silicon dioxide, SiO2, and silicones. Silicones are organosilicon polymers which are used as a sealant. Silicone sealant for metals and waterproofing fabrics and silicates. So silicones, silicon dioxide are the important compounds of silica. So here in the reduced syllabus for the academic year 2020 and 2021, these important compounds of silicon are removed. ಈಗ 2020-2021 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ಗೆ 30% ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮಾನಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಸಿಲಿಕೋನ್ಸು, ಸಿಲಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮಾನಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗೇನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ, ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಸಿಲಿಕೋನ್ಸ್, ಸಿಲಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್. So if you come to the silicon dioxide occurs in crystalline and amorphous forms. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪೌಡರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಎರಡೂ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟೋಬ್ಯಾಲೈಟ್ and quartz and tridymite. Silica is also called as silicon dioxide. So let it be. Hagadre silicon dioxide occurs in crystalline form, in the form of cristobalaite, quartz and tridymite. Quartz and cristobalite are the crystalline forms of silicon dioxide. There is only one amorphous form of silicon dioxide. So that is amorphous form of silicon dioxide is Kieselguhr. And silicon dioxide is a three-dimensional network of covalent compound. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ three-dimensional and it forms covalent bonds with silicon atoms and oxygen atoms. So if we come to the structure of SiO2, silicon dioxide. So here silicon dioxide has a covalent network type of three-dimensional structure. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, three-dimensional network type structure. So this is the structure of silicon dioxide. It is a network type where silicon atom, is surrounded by 4 oxygen atoms. And one silicon atom ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ 4 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. And further, each oxygen atom is covalently bonded to the 2 silicon atoms. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಒಂದು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಆಟಮ್ in the tetrahedral manner, in the tetrahedral structure, it is surrounded by 4 oxygen atoms. ಒಂದು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕೂಡ 4 oxygen atoms ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ tetrahedral structure. Tetrahedral structure. ಅಂದ್ರೆ each silicon atom is surrounded by 4 oxygen atoms in tetrahedral manner. And further, each oxygen atom is connected to the 2 neighboring silicon atoms. One oxygen atom 2 silicon atom ಜೊತೆ ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, one silicon atom 4 oxygen atoms neighboring oxygen atom ಜೊತೆ in the tetrahedral fashion, okay, get covalently bonded. Yes, the structure is three-dimensional network type solid. Three-dimensional network type covalent solid. So this is the structure of silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide or silica can be used in television, TV and radio broadcasting materials. Silicon chips are used in mobiles. Silicon chips are used in TV and radio broadcasting materials. And silicon dioxide is used in the manufacturing of accurate clocks. Scientific clocks can be made by silicon dioxide. And silicon dioxide can be used, or silicon dioxide is also called as silica. It can be used in chromatographic technique because silicon dioxide is a very good adsorbent. Silicon dioxide or silica is a very good adsorbent, so that it can be used in chromatographic techniques. And the one and only amorphous form of silicon dioxide is Kieselguhr. It can be used in filtration tanks. Can be used in filtration tanks. And the second important compound of silicon is silicones. These silicones are organosilicon polymers. So they have the repeating unit. R2SiO n times. So in the silicones, repeating unit is R2SiO n times. So here R is alkyl groups. Alkyl or aryl substituted. Alkyl or aryl substituted group R. So it is totally silicons. Organosilicon polymers. Organic compound ಜೊತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ alkyl group ಅಥವಾ aryl group ಜೊತೆಗೆ silicon dioxide react ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ silicones are formed. These silicones have repeating units R2SiO n times. And silicones are used as a sealant. Silicones are used as sealant. Silicones are used as sealants for waterproofing fabrics. For silicons. Next, another third important compound of silicon is silicates. 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 See, once again, we have many naturally occurring silicates like mica, asbestos, and zeolites. Zeolites are naturally occurring silicates. So silicates are naturally occurred as mica, asbestos, and zeolites. And silicates have basic structural unit. Basic structural unit of silicates have basic structural unit of SiO4, 4 minus. Silicate is nothing but SiO4, 4 minus. In these zeolites, naturally occurring zeolite, in these naturally occurring silicates, the most important one is called as zeolites. Zeolites are called as hydrated sodium aluminosilicates. Zeolites are nothing but zeolites are nothing but hydrated sodium aluminosilicates. So it is NaAlSiO4. Hydrated sodium aluminosilicates are commonly called as zeolites. These zeolites acts as a very good shape selective catalyst because the pore size, the cavity size in the zeolites is very, very small. Zeolites have honeycomb-like structure. Honeycomb-like structure. Hence, zeolites acts as a catalyst. Zeolites acts as a catalyst for many organic reactions. One of the important zeolite is ZSM5. ZSM5 is a type of zeolite. So that is ZSM means zeolite Soconi mobile. Zeolite Soconi mobile 5. Zeolite Soconi mobile 5. It is one of the oil company name. So this ZSM5 type of zeolite can be used to convert alcohol directly into gasoline. So that is used to convert alcohol directly into gasoline. Zeolites are good shape selective catalysts because they have honeycomb-like structure. The pore size or cavity size is very, very small. One of the important zeolite is ZSM5, which can be used to convert alcohol directly into gasoline. So like this, silicones, silicates, and silicon dioxide are the important compounds of silicon. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವೇ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರವಾದಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.